Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, riveting, and amazing Propagandacast from me, your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only master of propaganda, your only saints and source of community entertainment here, with an exciting 1v1 on. Yes, indeed, it is crossing in the woods to the north. It is Ashablois, fighting for America, freedom, democracy. Taking on the role here of the 3rd Armored Division with Recon support, heavy cavalry and mechanized company featuring ambulance, double infantry. First to the south, it is Tiefflieger. Fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland. Taking on the role here of the 2nd Panzer Division here with Jaeger infantry, German infantry, and mobile defense with double infantry and a Panzer division there for Tiefflieger. Gun the MD4 2-star for Tiefflieger. In the north, it is Ashablois. And a small request to help deal with the YouTube algorithm. So if you can, please just comment on the video, like, subscribe if you haven't already, of course, and share the video. That helps, bring out more and keep the YouTube algorithms satisfied. So if you could do that, make me very happy. Also, big thanks to my Patreon supporters, without which this episode and so many others would not be possible. Big thanks goes out to those wonderful chaps and chapettes. You too can join the ranks by pledging on Patreon, or you can just drop off a donation. Links are down there in the video description. We got Rifle Movement Westwards here for Ashablois. We got Recon support in the early game, chosen here, Raid Tactics, on our Pathfinders, the Airdrop Combat Group, M8 Greyhounds, and of course the M83 cluster bombs. Double gunneer here for Tiefflieger, pushing hard west here. Meanwhile, Tiefflieger's going a bit west and east, with the Pioneers going eastwards, then the gunneer MD4 moving westwards here. Moving to see who ends up winning in this engagement. Not the rifle here close to the build, so they quickly pop in case things get dicey. Pathfinders moving out here for Ashablois. Second gunner's got almost done. There you go. First engagement happening in the western field point. And again, I imagine here what's going to happen is just pops in the building, and it's going to be a difficult, affair here for the Wehrmacht to dig out the Americans here. They can see Ashablois trying to grab the pop machine, remains here in position, hoping to deal with any flankers on the grenadiers. Basically, they've been caught, in fact, in negative cover, taking a bit more damage. Rifles caught there, down to half health. A bit of a risk actually there by Ashablois, but they do get the fuel point. The rifle next end up taking so much damage that by the long run, they may not actually be able to hold the point. So there's going to be, a small win here for Tiefflieger, because Ashablois have rather pushed the luck a bit too far. Signals moving up here, Pathfinders moving up here for Asher. Tiefflieger moving machine gun, finding up their 3rd grenadier squad there for Tiefflieger. Eastern field seats for the rifle. There you go. Rifle squad shooting here. Pathfinders moving up, in fact holding back. So in the end, Tiefflieger did win the engagement here, because Ashablois decided again to try and grab the point no matter what. And the Pathfinders now a bit more exposed. He gets responding for the Grenadiers since 1-on-1. It's going to be a one by the Pathfinders. There you go. Grenadiers pop to the building. But at the same time, then all Asher needs to do is just, stay around here. At which point the fuel is effectively kept safe. So Tiefflieger will need more force here to deal with the Pathfinders. Maybe machine gun here, the Grenadiers. Going for the cover point first here, though. Got the Eastern victory point. 3rd Grenadiers got around there for Tiefflieger, and the 2nd Panzer Division, also known as the Vienna Division, because, well, originally it was raised in Vienna, the capital of Austria, or Ostmark as it's called, when they became part of, I believe it was part of Germany, doing the whole Anschluss thing. And as a fun fact, German divisions, for the most part, recruited from specific parts of Germany. So, some divisions from Hamburg, others from, Frankfurt, and others from, I don't know, Wuppertal. Gonna use Pathfinders here, a bit more troops moving in. So now we can see the Ashablois falling back, but even then, just by doing this, Ash has been keeping Tiefflieger effective off the fuel point without firing a single shot. So thumbs up there to Asher. Gonna use flanking in here. We got going for the cover point here as well. Tiefflieger sending out slightly on the maneuver up front. Oh, there we go. Gets into the building right from the rifle squad here, pushing them back. Finally here, decides to deal with those Pathfinders, using 2 Grenadiers squad. And then again, significant time just been spent doing nothing. Seeming like Ash ultimately, gets a kill, then ultimately has to retreat. They still kept off Tiefflieger from the fuel in some time. But there you go, hitting the point, even laying down S-mines. Pretty cheeky there, but Tiefflieger, take down them for Tiefflieger and the German army. Grenadiers pushing back the Pathfinders and the rear echelons. Grenadiers moving about, Lieutenant taking some minor casualties. Moving up there, rifling from the north here. Of course, got the Lieutenants, of course that means 50 cals and Stuart light tanks and M20 utility cars. M4 moving up, rifle going straight to the M4 2. Lieutenant push back the Pioneers from the eastern point. Carrying back here the eastern fuel. A victory point, I mean, not fuel. The fuel is already secure there, but almost got the western fuel for the Germans. Rifle got the suppressed. 50 cal front of Ashablois. Could also consider a mortar here versus Tiefflieger. Better until that works nicely. Then again, Recon support means the Airdrop Combat Group, which should pack out and say don't really need mortars as much, since you're like just going to be popping this one in anyways. But you could go for it. He's moving about securing territory. Still a son of a doctor here from Tiefflieger. Jaeger infantry, German infantry, of course, the most likely. Though, of course, we could see a surprise switch with mobile defense here. Pumas could, of course, be a bit tricky there for Ashablois to deal with. But there you go. Blazers there being shot to bits as trying to clear out the minefield. Pathing from the north, they got 3 kills. Veterans 1 there. Blazers there almost taken out. And there you go, nice flank here by Ashablois. Getting up behind him, 2 thumbs up to Ashablois. And we got the like to make a nice cut there in Tiefflieger's base. Rather than charging in, and then one Garand screeching up bullets here at the MD42 trying to get into heavy cover. And they do successfully land it. In fact, gets one killed there. Oh, pops right on the other end of the cover, then gets a full, well, face full of lead. And with 1,200 rounds per minute, that's gotta hurt. Roughing it off against the machine gun there. Forced to fall back in the centre west side. We got grenade squad holding up there. And we got punch grenades on here as well for Tiefflieger. The 2-2-2, like the punch speed bargain. Pioneers moving up here, laying down telemines. Very good. And anti-tank mine. That was actually used for a lot of other purposes. It was actually a surprisingly flexible mine. For example, they could also be used effectively like a demolition charge or satchel charge, which actually was regularly used on the Eastern Front, where they just chuck it into a Soviet advance and then pulled the detonation cord. So, fun fact. Additionally, tactically, the Germans would use actually bolt them to a wooden board and then drag that board out in front of a tank as his advance, then suddenly set up that way. So, very, handy mine, if you will. Stood light angle there for Ashablois. And the Germans certainly were inventive when it came to utilising their weapons. Another fun fact is, for example, they would also use mortar bombs as booby traps. For example, they dig it into under the floorboards of a house, and then once they enter it, set it off, kill all the occupants inside. Typically. Still lighting the halfway down there for Asher. Block, around the eastern fuel point here. Tiefflieger's going to get a lot of fuel point out of Asher. 2-2 moving up against the Lieutenant, noting no bazooka here, so quite vulnerable to the 2-2 with no way of dealing with it. Pack 49 for Tiefflieger, who's obviously expecting a Stuart light tank. Would be more surprising if Ashablois did not go for the Stuart light tank. Almost got the Lieutenant, could actually, I think, gone for it, but decides not to push his luck. In the center, we've got the MD42, and we got puns going to these. Note, ambush camouflage there. No, none on the MD42 still. That can be really sneaky. Okay, do a lot of damage, and the ambush bonus there, first strike bonus, gives them extra accuracy, so their assault rifles actually do a lot of damage. So to correctly set up, you can actually really hurt your opponent. Stuart tank out there for Ashablois, the M5A1. And these got a grenade squad here versus 2 squads. So it's got lots of S-mines. I mean, worth noting here, but Tiefflieger's just been peppering the map with S-mines. Like, no major fields, but just, a few here, a few there. So that's kind of sneaky as well. Still light hangers then before to the Grenadiers. Panzers, they just stand and watch as they know they can't do anything. Pack 4 is ready here. The Panzer Abwehr Kanone 40. S-mine field cleared out. Though again, not a big one. So not exactly a big loss of munitions there for Tiefflieger. Pack 40 moving up, so lights are going to be hit here. Looking for sprint hits against Panzerfaust, thumbs up there, nice use there, since ambush camouflage or ambush training doesn't just give you access to the ambush camouflage, it also gives you the sprint ability. And a lot of armor players tend to be less great at remembering that sprint is actually pretty handy for 10 munitions cannons. You see they're large, just quick rush in with a Panzerfaust, but also opens up for just, Panzer gunners getting close to the targets, whatnot. Oh, nice attempt at taking out the Stuart light tank, just couldn't see it, and the shot went far off the mark, but I like the idea there. Oh, G3-3s, yeah. Personally, not a big fan of that, but certainly a lot of armor players do like to go for it, though I've been noticing few of them doing it as of late. Jaeger command squad as well. Automatically has ambush camouflage, so that of course is very handy. That said, I mean, while it's great to have them waiting, they should just have them standing about doing nothing for minutes on end. That's typically, I would say, pushing it a bit. Round squad moving up here. 50 caliber Pathfinders moving in here. Jaeger command squad almost got the Western fuel point in the sights. Tiefflieger could actually begin taking up. That would not be a bad idea. There you go. Pathfinders moving ahead here. What will he strike? And there you go. Oh, spotted. Ambush camouflage bundles also effectively ruined. But there you go. Pathfinders taking heavy fire from the Panzer Grenadier. Quickly taking a casualty. There we go. Ultimately sending too many Americans. Tiefflieger makes the correct decision, pulls back, avoiding a slaughter of his own men, as he can't effectuate one in the enemy. But there you go. More grenades running here. No G43s on those. Round squad there, doing heavy damage to the Grenadiers up close. Need more firepower. Pack 4 to get away. 2-2 moving in. Going for the cup on there in the west, denying the access to the fuel there for Tiefflieger who gets it, which he doesn't. And then it goes to a light tank, pushes back the Jaeger command squad. We got the 5th Cavalry Lieutenant grabbing the car point there. Bravo squad on fire from the armored car. And there you go, MD42 joins back in the action. Far up north, the Tiefflieger's doing good work. They're also just grabbing points here where Ashablois is not paying attention all there. So thumbs up to Tiefflieger on that one. Jaeger command squad almost wiped out here. Ashablois in hot pursuit. Panzergrenadier squad moving up there. Need the Pack 40 as well. And there you go. Pack 40 is ready, but there you go. 50 cal suppresses the Panzergrenadier. Bunker up there. No tech though yet for Tiefflieger. Going here for the car point again. Might be planning some more S-mines here to sort of try and catch up some retreating units from Ashablois. We already got the minesweeper team nearby, which is going to make that pretty difficult for Tiefflieger to pull off safely. But, you know, not a bad idea if that is indeed what he's planning. Though he's going to have to retreat there. To right in the centre. Pack 40 going to do SMB42 maneuver as well here. Medic bunker on the way there for Tiefflieger. And there you go. As expected, we got Ashablois here with the airdrop command group. Giving access to a paratrooper support squad and the pack howitzer. Note there's a few differences from paratrooper support squad and the regular paratrooper squad. Paratrooper support squad has no access to Thompsons, but they get access to bazookas. Additionally, if they get bazookas, they also get ambush camouflage, and finally, they can actually lay down mines, which is pretty handy. And it's actually a pretty big deal. Oh, nice in the rough grenade retreating unit, but a lot trickier to do with rough grenades than regular grenades, and that using regular grenades is pretty tricky, but I like the idea, Light machines got for the grenadiers, so I guess no G for the fuse there for Tiefflieger. Rifle squad being caught here with the punch because of the rifle grenadier squad here. Lieutenant here with a bazooka. It's a shrubbery. And there you go, Panzer of clear here on the fire from the third light tank. Veterans are 1 gain, routing them. Tiefflieger there very wisely makes the decision not to get his men killed. But now he's actually extending the Pack 40. He's got no way of getting out. We've got infantry swarming in. We got the Grenadier squad nearby, but I don't think we're not going to be forcing up here. Might be able to deal with things. Their troops nearby might salve the situation. There you go, almost got the third light tank here. And there you go, I'm coming from the other side. Might be able to take out this with light tank and turn the tables on Ashablois here from an almost bad situation. Oh, they lost the Grenadier squad. Still infantry being sawed apart here by the MD42. Gets the Stuart light tank. Pack 4's about to get wiped out. They need to retreat the MD42 and fire from the Stuart light tank's wreck. It's actually blocking the line from the MD42. Pack 40 wiped out. They need troop nearby to charge in, and the problem is there's not really there. Yeah, command could try to rush in there, but I doubt they're going to do it. Also got to take out there for Tiefflieger. Very good. Pretty brutal engagement. I think Ashablois came ahead on that one because Tiefflieger lost more than Ashablois did. Even they lost the Stuart, they got a lot more kills in the process and still a Pack 40. And there you go, another unit wiped out. Down just the 8 command squad, the Grenadiers and the Panzergrenadier squad. And being shredded out in the open here, not great for Tiefflieger at all. Tech done there. Pioneers, I believe, preoccupied elsewhere. Should actually build that support mechanical faster than pushing out some medium armor here. There's Ashablois. Paratroops equipped with the Browning light machine guns, and there you go. Yeah, command squad doing the rifle squad out in the open, getting some kills in there. As the unsuspecting Yankees get shredded. Yeah, probably should get the Pioneer squad back, build the support corps, but actually goes for Panzergrenadier squad more first to replace losses. Like and equip those with G43s as well. Grabbing the eastern field point. Almost fully reinforced, but a bit short on manpower. Again, the losses, they really did a number on Tiefflieger. Just coming in there, of course, ready to ward off any like potential armored car assault through here. Meanwhile, the R2's coming up here. Note the maneuvering here from Ashablois, swinging about here to help cover up the potential retreat path here from the field point. Thumbs up. Also covers up any potential counterattack from the south. There you go, Paratroops nonetheless with low on health. Already negative cover. The command squad with the ambush bonus, of course, gets in some great hits. They've got the pack house nearby. And I think that's more than anything that causes Tiefflieger to retreat the Jaeger command squad, since the pack house has a really good chance of getting in wipes. And Tiefflieger obviously does not want to suffer any more wipes right now. Moved too fast there. Pioneers around the Pathfinders. Grenadiers punching moving through the centre, grabbing the point then with the MD42. And basically just strikes where Tiefflieger assumes Ashablois is weaker, which is definitely, I think, the right choice. Going for the centre of the west rather than the east, where Ashablois is heavily concentrated. That's giving Tiefflieger a chance, like, you know, defeat Ashablois in detail and sort of just slowly that way tip the fighting more in Tiefflieger's favour. Thumbs up to that. No tech yet though for Asher. This is great for Tiefflieger if he gets his Pomocrop in time. So far though, he's definitely a bit behind on that one. And easily by now could have it up, maybe like with a bit better manpower preservation acting pushing for a Panther 4. So feels a bit like an oversight there, but Tiefflieger, bit of an oversight. Not the end of the world, but you know, not what I call super efficient either. Ground points there. Could maybe set them in heavy cover so they make the ambush or set them up behind the crates. Surprise the opponent with the G for the feast, picks up the armored car, the 2-2-2. Like the puncher speed wagon, then go there ready to ambush, ready to surprise some Americans. Now go racing squad nearly taking that casualties there from the Panzer Grenadiers. Turning up the flank, delegation squad retreating here due to a nice flank from Ashablois, very good. Could consider popping in 7 pairs around here to help deal with that. At the same time, probably just retreat due to the pack house being nearby. And there you go, immediately bombarding the MD-42. Good response there by Ashablois, forcing Tiefflieger's MD-42 out of fighting. Forced retreat from as well. The lack of the support core right now is starting to really hurt Tiefflieger. He definitely needs to begin pushing for Panzers now before Ashablois gets the same idea. There we go, so Pomocrop finally up there for Tiefflieger. Full frontline collapse here for him. And we're going to push up the eastern fuel point again. Finding out the car point, going to punch up the lieutenant out in the open. And quickly bleeding out. Back here, so Pomocrop almost done. At which point Tiefflieger can begin pushing for the Panzerkampfwagen 4. And strike back at the armies, the Amerikanen. Rifle Squadron west there for the fuel point. The Jaeger command squad along with the rifle from the east, but there you go. Packouts once more at it. OD rushes off the fuel point, maybe hoping to get a wipe, maybe rush that pack outer, catching Ashablois off guard perhaps. Or at least hoping to do so. There you go, does catch the pack outer, their Panther 4 on the way there steadily for Tiefflieger. Ashablois meanwhile is finally up, taking up, as you see those little fuel drop. Paired with the rescue of the pack out, need to shoot those Jaeger command squad members now. Armored car working with the rifle squad there. Here, Panzer squad retreated due to the 50 caliber blocking any passage. So Ashablois is quickly in control of the map on the victory points. In fact, almost all of them are now under control of Ashablois and the 3rd Armored Division. Panzer moving up there, trying to ambush and taking spotted before they connect to do it. Reasons under fire though from them. Close to Veteran 2. And they quickly retreat. Bazooka shot there goes off and hits, who knows, maybe some squirrel far off in the distance. Panther 4 then independent on machine gun. Ralph Cork out the western fuel punch, just moving ahead here. 10 kills, Veteran 2. Bumping out the rifle squad. Nice hit on the lieutenant, damaging the Panther 4. We got troops moving up here. Jaeger commands where to spot him toward the cover the flank. Might want to try and pop the insane arm piercing rounds again. Works really well by with the ambush or first strike bonus as well. Like that way, connected to do some incredible damage. But there you go, damaging the Panther with the bazooka fire there. Ashablois hot in the pursuit here. Needs to turn about the info to really should pop the insane arm piercing rounds here. Jaeger command squad being overwhelmed. Grenadiers nearby. No insane armor piercing rounds. Need to keep holding back with the Panther 4. There you go, does save the day here. Heavy losses there for Ashablois infantry in the end. Panther 4 there with 8 kills. Grab the center point here. Ashablois can begin pushing for tanks now, there isn't. In the west side, we got the armored car skirmishing out a bit. The west is forces. Tiefflieger could go soon for Stuck, but may also just decide to go for an Austrian flak Panzer. Of course, stay up for the Panther 4, but more medium armor right now for Tiefflieger would be an incredibly good idea. And there you go, Ashablois going for the M36 Jackson tank destroyer. Now they're going to squad out there, adding a light machine gun. Back to 5 aim squad here for Tiefflieger. Got decent victory points, grab decent fuel point. We got 409 for fuel 64. Jackson halfway done there for Asher. Panzer moving westwards. Got a few tiller mines down. We're in there, I believe. Tiller firing down there close to the M42. And holy smokes, that was almost a full wipe there. That was pretty lucky there for Tiefflieger. Armor coming up. Jackson ready. Tiefflieger going for a Pack 40 here. Now I think Stu got another Panther maybe a better choice than the Pack 40 at this point. Oh wait, he's getting that Pack 40, and we got there Ashablois with the M36 Jackson tank destroyer. Looks like we're seeing a big push being prepared for the eastern side. Will Tiefflieger be ready for that one? There's obviously a tiller mine, but that one's a bit further behind, and he didn't mind the front line. Punch they're routed by the Jackson. I mean, Pack out and not the Jackson. The Jackson's doing nothing. He's just, staying into the air. North England is being swarmed. Ambush camouflage on those chaps. Ash is just sending in all the troops there onto the hill. And there's no real immediate reinforcement here from Tiefflieger nearby. Yeah, come on, great to ambush anyone. There you go, Lieutenant under fire. Might want to get off a rough grenade there. Pathfinder in the centre, on this route. We got the Jackson slowly moving ahead as well. And there you go, Pack 45 ready there for Tiefflieger, for Deutschland. He needs the Jaeger command squad fighting off the Lieutenant. We also got the Pack out joining in, and the cover crumbles, and the Jaeger command squad now found themselves exposed out in the open. And there you go, Jackson Pack opening up here. Panther 4 push back, half health already. Second Pack opening up there for Tiefflieger. Could open up the Jackson tank, so do some damage. There we go. 5 guns being held up with the Major and the 50 cal. Tiefflieger could actually go for another Panther 4 now. Quick retreat there, Panther 4 almost halfway there. And being fixed. Panther squad holding up here close to Veteran T2. Yeah, command squad out of here. Big lump of American infantry, they're definitely giving Tiefflieger's infantry a hard time. A lot of pain. Meanwhile, the Western assault continues. Punch squad the ready to ambush anyone moving out. There you go. Ralph squad taking meteor fire there. That's the G43 seeing out a dirge, and there you go. Johnny drops dead. On the west side, more fighting ensues as both Tiefflieger and Ashablois maintaining most of the pressure there, though both also slightly fighting in the west here, but I would say Ashablois putting more effort into that than Tiefflieger there. Armor car a bit lightly damaged, Panther moving westwards with the Panzer squad there in tow, plus even the Jaeger command squad there. Not fully reinforced though. And we got tier 4 here from Tiefflieger. I definitely feel like that's a bit of an extension at the moment. I mean, just one Panther 4 while trying to go for D4 I think is a bit overly ambitious here, but Tiefflieger, that said, on paper they can soon go for a Panther or Sturm Panzer, but even then I feel like just more Panther 4s now would have been more impactful. But that is ultimately me. In the centre we got Panzer squad, Jaeger command squad as the Rifle squad. Bad spot there, the Jackson can't do anything against that. They could of course try and run over, but might just run some issues. There you go. You know what? Tier 50 cal down. A definite win there for Tiefflieger. Should grab that 50 cal and then give it ambush camouflage, and that's really good. Returning with the punch guns and the, of course, the ACA command squad. Almost got the return there. 50 cal secured. More ammunition tank from the north. The command squad needs to fall back. More bazooka fire, more death, more destruction. Showing away the Ashablois. Going for less than fuel. Pearson's making moving got the Rifle squad there as well. Back here we got troop reinforcing healing. Got the east in the field. Pan towards the Rifle squad. Major reactions move. Jack's moving up here, looking for fresh prey. Instead, they only found an MG42. We got 328 with Team 54. Ooh, that Jaeger command was slow death with just retreating in time, avoiding an untimely wipe there. Panther 4 setting up. Should be able to hit Panther call then. Very fast. Emperor will do what they want to. Sherman almost done there for Ashablois. There we go. M43 Sherman out. Adding the 50 caliber, I imagine. Gunners in the fire here. We got the Ralph coming out there with some bars in the hand. Definitely no problem there for the already low health Grenadiers. There we go, down to just 2 men. Neat retreat here from Tiefflieger, and even then could be too late in the face of the double bar wielding Ralph squad there. Pushing the west side with the Shem. Got the 50 cal, and we got the Ace Pencil, almost Ace there. Not entirely sure what keeps them there. Like, feels a bit like a waste to keep an Ours very veteran Panther into this squad, just defending a point there. Bit of a bad habit, I think. There, but Tiefflieger, a bit of a bad habit. 50 cal routed, rushing on westwards, plus the Pack 40. There we go, little ambush there on the Pathfinders, gaining Metany 2 in the process. Of course, they are isolated, they're on their own, and Tiefflieger very wisely pulls them back. Penforce will descend in the west, take a bit of a bazooka fight, but nothing crucial, nothing critical. Got the Sherman in there. Pack 40 is hanging back here. Perhaps Tiefflieger decided he didn't need it, but he's quick to come to regret that one, I would argue. Heavy Panther co-op there for Tiefflieger in terms of like Panther. He's at least a couple of minutes away. Though he's similarly also some time away from anything else. Though Panther would certainly, I think, be the high priority push here. Punch co-op there around the Lieutenant, getting off a grenade as well, just in case. 300 points left for Tiefflieger, so that lost 348. Sherman charging in there, but Tiefflieger is rather lacking the tools to really seriously punish it, which of course is great for Ashablois. Advance continues. Gunners on the far here. We got the Panther 4 and the Pack 40 in for the Sherman. Only one hits though and penetrates. Almost got the Sherman all of a sudden. The 2 shots suddenly will go through there. But decides this time then not to finish it, allowing Ashablois to pull back the Shem to safety, repair it. Get it fit for fighting once more. Advancing in the centre here. Looks like it is the Panther here for Tiefflieger. Could have gone for the Sturmpanzer by now. Oh, goes for the Panzerwerfer. I'm not a fan of that one. Definitely think that's a bit of a mistake there by Tiefflieger. I mean, it is a small map, but there's certainly a lot of clustered areas where Panther would be great, but it's not going to help much against the armor. I definitely feel like that's a bit of a mistake. They'd have to focus on the armor first. But we're going to have to see. But certainly in this sort of situation, I would not advise for a Panzerwerfer. I would not do that. Panzerwerfer almost done there for Tiefflieger. Bit of a Jaeger command squad flank here, going for the Pack 40, trying to take out the crew, avenge the fallen. Panther falls a bit moving about, and there you go. Panther there for 42 ready here for Tiefflieger. Panzer Jaeger's Pack 40 nearby. Good hit on the Sherman. Basis 1 getting the Pack 40 for the same, got the 2-2 nearby. Panther over there's hanging back here. Lots of potential targets right now, I think, here for Tiefflieger against Ashablois. Got these Invictus point, gun 268 to 36. Panther falls straight to there we go. Panther was firing, but what is it firing at? Getting in there, go. Troops being caught as they are trying to get away. Significant casualties, by which I mean 4. There's only a bit of damage there to Ashablois. Almost has to feel, well, has to feel that for Panther and almost the manpass. Well, obviously they go for that. They try for another Panzer for Ashablois. More medium armor right now would be a good idea. But they are obviously bit reeling in terms of manpower. So having a bit of hard time going through armor. Compared to the good route, it looks like in fact Ashablois went off for just one. The 2 airdrop combat groups significantly doubling the amount of artillery that Ashablois has access to. Definitely a problem there for Tiefflieger's infantry. And the Shermans obviously. Did get one of the Pack howitzers. But with any ways to destroy it, it's going to have to rely on the Ashablois not recruiting it to, actually be meaningful. And some players at this point may actually forget about the Pack howitzers. So it's not impossible. Jack's down to half health, Sherman 40. Armored cut, punch eggs in the centre. Machine gun on the flank needs to retreat, therefore becomes lost to the Americans. Close one, but not quite. And there you go, Rearson's going for that Pack howitzer. getting Ashablois back to those 2 artillery pieces. Bit of skirmishing here, continuing onwards as Ashablois and Tiefflieger continue their deadly duel of wills on crossing the woods. Panther hanging back, 12 kills, Red 61. Machine in a bit of ambush. Eastern Victor bombing sees the Ashablois, we got 268 versus 264. They're pretty close to each other with the victory points for the most part. Panther launching in the center. Panther moving out. Directed here from the anti-tank gun, the Pack 40. Panther Alpha is ready to fire again here for Tiefflieger for the 2nd Panzer Division. Panther blitzing, Sherman moving up. No additional armor yet. Also, can't actually call it in. Too many units. Could on paper consider throwing away the 2-2 to rectify that, because I don't think they need more armor now, rather than say an armored car. Of course, obviously, if Tiefflieger can make that decision, meanwhile, East side we got a movement here, flanking Ashablois via the east, not too shabby. Rob squad, there was not Ace Panzer going to do that. We've still got the 2 pack houses bombarding everything within reach. On the west side, we got Lieutenant Reese from working on the 2-2 in a bit of trouble. We got close to the Ace level, close, and up here, Panzer continue to fight with Rifle being bled out, dying, and there goes. German counterattacks, blazing ahead there with high closer rounds. Panzer against the Pathfinders, that is a definitely slow yet lopsided fight there, and there go bomb grenade off, Gebal de Ladnon. Being on the west side here, cutting off resources from Tiefflieger, very good there by Ashablois. Holy smoke, that Panzer just absolutely whiffed. That was a complete waste there. Machine landing routed. Panther moving westwards. Could technically call it the Panther now. Technically could. There you go, mortar firing down. Panther with these hanging back, waiting for the cooldown to wear off. Still no additional armor there for Tiefflieger, and they're got the Jackman past the MD-42, not giving a rat-taz bar. There you go, Panther was about to get knocked out here, going for the Panther find, but loses the Panther from the process. Definite mistake there with Tiefflieger, and Ashablois saw it and punished it beautifully. 2 thumbs up there. Always be careful about your Panzerwerfers, and sure so try not to forget about them. Got the Luftwaffe going in, and they go straight for the Jackson, though every shot misses on the first plane, second plane. Almost got it into Panzerwerfer in something to deal with it. And finish it off. There you go. Damaged engine on the M36. At the same time, far behind now, we've got Tiefflieger going for some rifle knowledge, costing the Grenadier Squad though. MD-42 they're blazing away. Grenadier Squad almost getting wiped out here. And yeah, we've got a rifle squad behind there. Got the MD-42 wiped out. Oh dear, Tiefflieger extended. I suppose avoided losing the Grenadier Squad, but he handed over the MD-42 to Ashablois instead. Safe to say that did not quite pan out as smooth there for Tiefflieger as we'd like it to. Panther almost done though. Panther almost done. The Panzerkampfwagen 5. Pride of the Fatherland. Moving up infantry there through the centre. Might want to get some of those other victory points to control. There you go. East side, we got the Panther moving up, and then infantry squad in tow, going for that point to reclaim it for the German army, Deutschland. Sherman for the centre now, though. No anti-tank weapons nearby from Tiefflieger to counter this manoeuvre from Ashablois. Heavy loss there to the Grenadier Squad, almost wiped out here by Ashablois. Sending in the Panzerjägers with a lot of Americans nearby. I don't think I got 12 for the Panzerjägers here for Tiefflieger, to be honest. Quick bomb grenade on the Lieutenant. Ashablois quick retreats, avoiding any casualties there. Very good, very good. Thumbs up. Quick cover right in the centre. Yeah, come on, got the Western munitions. We got 262 to 212. Sherman down to half health. Panthers hanging back. Not doing a lot there for Tiefflieger, rather than kind of reason them to go for it. Jaeger command's got right as well. Panzer's the Grand Eastern Field. Or Panzer going to be the Grand Eastern Field point there. Western victory point claimed by the Grenadier. Back here, troop reinforcing, healing. Panther Force good to go. Need to fix up the Panther and, you know, get a bit more active with it. She's also considering adding a pintle mount machine gun for added anti-infantry damage, which I find is always a good investment to have. Around the center victory point, rear moving eastwards. Dividing mines down here. 9. That seemed to be the answer on that one. Ambush camouflage being added to the Grenadiers. So good. Even a bit late. Got the eastern field point now under German control once more. So got connections to the advancing Ralph squad there, heavy damage being inflicted. But they may suffer more heavily here. Worth noting Ashablois, of course, at this point could consider going for like grenades for a bit of added like opportunity for the infantry to chuck damage in there. But just smoke screens will be quite good at Ashablois. Panzer squad right over the German in the east. Still no 50 cup on that one actually. A bit of a surprise there, bit of a surprise. Pathfinder squad taking some beatings there by the western points. We got 262 versus 182. There you go. Jackson going straight in for the Panther 4. A walloping hit on the Panther 4, which gained 52. Another hit there from nearby anti-tank and pushing him down to half health. Jackson shoots again. The shot though misses, blows apart the tree stump where small family squirrels were trying to survive. Great hit from the pack 4 from that Sherman. Panzer Kampfwagen mobilised on the right flank here, taking fire from the lieutenant and his bazooka. But not a lot of damage really. Panther continues to attack. He's going to go straight into Ashablois' main flank here. But gets halted here, so they're too slow. Easily gets then fired down by anti-tank. There you go. Target weak point right as the bazooka team appears on the flank. This is horrible timing for Tiefflieger, who did not have any support here for the Panther. A definite mistake there. Shots missing or bouncing. Can Tiefflieger save the Panther? Is it too late? Infantry and other stuff is being rushed in to maybe help deal with it. We've got the Panzers on the move as well. Might have a small hope here, but oh dear, Panther screwed up for the Panther. Panther down. What a waste. What a waste. Osman for these kind of maneuvers. Like, consider an exit plan. Like, how do you get it out of there once you get it in? In this regard, I think that's kind of what's lacking there for Tiefflieger. There's just no clear path as to how to, like, save it if Ashablois decides on everything after it, because it was an isolated Panther. So, definite mistake there by Tiefflieger. Definite mistake. And there was a bit more plan there in question. I think that Panther could have survived that. Instead, ended up doing not a lot there before getting destroyed. Probably might go for another Panther here, another Panzer Kampfwagen front, but probably just consider a bunch of Stoogs. German taking hits, got the Panzers flanking up in each retreat. Panther on the other flank being routed as well. 247 on 82. Panzer Grenadiers being murdered out in the oven of the pack howitzer. Panzer is routed as well. Just heavy losses there across the front line for Tiefflieger. But what armor will they go for? If they would go for any, though they should. They definitely should. It's a bit quiet here. Panther falling back. 18 kills. When he's opening up with a little bit of ambush on the Pathfinder, could have gained a lot of kills there thanks to the ace level. The ambush camouflage calls the light machine gun. So thumbs up there to Tiefflieger for upgrading those with the ambush camouflage ability. Still no armor. Or at least more armor than the Panther 4. German charging in. Going for the car point as well. Very good. And he's about to get wiped out here under Tiefflieger's command. There you go. Drop the light machine on that. Well, this is actually quickly turn ugly for Tiefflieger. Might be got tilted. Hard to say here. Jacking through the center Panzerjägers nearby. Panzerjägers, not Panzerjägers. 25 rain closer, plus getting suppressed by the 42 here. That Ashablois took from Tiefflieger earlier. Been a great investment for Ashablois. And there you go. Panzer's routed, does a machine gun fire and the artillery fire. We got 225 on 82. Another Panzer from Tiefflieger right now. I think is a bit of a curious choice. And again, might further support the idea that perhaps Tiefflieger got a bit tilted. As that really just predicates on the fact that Ashablois then really owns famously again all of the support weapons. not see the armor or the infantry. So I'm not entirely sure if this again is the great move at all. In fact, I'm fairly certain it isn't. Strong parts might be better choice, but even then they should have, like, you know, something to deal with the armor better. And that's really, I think, the main issue right now for Tiefflieger just as much. Like, sure, they want to kill all the infantry, but they can't really ignore the armor either. Certainly not that Jackson tank destroyer. There you go, second Panzer there for Tiefflieger for Germany, Deutschland. Panzer sitting out. Turn sitting out there, 10 kills. Panzer moving out, 18 kills there. Moving about here, we got 20 kills on. It's still not 50 cal, but clearly the Ashablois does not need it. Who needs a machine gun when they got a big gun? America way. Our squad taking some damage. Other squad retreated, but not taking too much. We got a bun grenade in the retreat path. It's a and there you go. Oh, got a kill, but not anything big there. Meanwhile, these side of the Sherman about, he just murdering the command squads, one man by man. Retreat in the centre of the Sherman quickly moves into fight him as well. Got a response there by Tiefflieger. Panzerwerfer is, yeah, not really doing a lot at the moment. Not really doing a lot there for Tiefflieger. And some casualties here. We got a fighting position up with 5 grenadiers and the 5th cal on the way there. That's definitely going to make things more miserable here for Tiefflieger. Panzerwerfer there. Oh, about to get spotted. He's moving up to Panzerwerfer, but he's going to lose it. And the Panzerwerfer just end up doing very, very little here for Tiefflieger. Didn't even get the Pack 40 at that either. So yeah, Tiefflieger went from being in a very strong position to now like everything's just seemingly falling apart for him. Crumbling like a sand castle by the beach. Shot, missed the Panther Force, shot missed again. And then gets knocked out by another shot here from the Jackson or the Pack 40, forcing the crew out, or at least kills the crew. Finishing off the Panther Force with this. Tiefflieger has incredibly little left now versus Ashablois. Incredibly little left. Like, there's infantry, some infantry, but no armor. Meanwhile, Ashablois' infantry, machine guns, artillery, armor, just everything more or less. So, the Tiefflieger things are going to get pretty tough. I suppose not impossible. I mean, again, some good maneuvers from Tiefflieger could surprise some Ashablois, open the units, get some kills in there, but it's going to be very tough, in part because, I mean, Ashablois just has the armor advantage. They got double Panzerfaust and the Sherman might be able to finish off with the Panzer to get in there. Also got Stug on the way for Tiefflieger. Finally, but will the Stug be sufficient to carry this? Because at this point, the Stug's even going to be like Atlas to carry this. Machine up in the center, we got 167, 180. Stug almost down there for Tiefflieger for Deutschland. Panzer's making up there, 6 kills. But there's him being torn apart by the Purge and the Ralph squad out in the open there. No real cover. Stug almost done there for Tiefflieger. Ace Panzer going to hit at 31 kills, 32. Fifth gun being flanked here and being shredded there by Ashablois forces. But there you go, Tiefflieger's got the Stug 3G ready. Will it be a savior? Will it merely be, you know, a sacrificial lamb? That gets reinforcing healing. Yeah, come on, squad moving about. All 3 upon control of Ashablois. Most of the map, in fact, under control of Ashablois. And again, just such a strong position with artillery. Lots of fighting positions. Very good. This will make it hard again just for Tiefflieger to break through easily. Thumbs up there. So the west side is heavily covered by them. Sting up in the center. Stug moving ahead here. 114 versus 180. Almost got the fighting position. They got the end-tank being moved up here. Pack 40 ace level. Definitely a problem there for Tiefflieger. Certainly hurt Tiefflieger a lot losing that one. Sherman head. He's running to the Panzerjäger's line of fire. Panzerjäger gun is still being hammered by a machine gun fire. Stu with the ting hits. Almost got the Sherman. The A Sherman there. 101 versus 180. Stu going to be taken out. Jaeger come out. Begins charging forward through the fighting position. And there goes Stu. Knocked out. But that, I think Tiefflieger is very much definitely on fire here, as with his last challenge, he decided to just barrel straight through the center of the map rather than trying to outmaneuver Ashablois. So there you go. GG, game over. Heavy fight here on Crossing the Woods. Then Tiefflieger, I think, was betrayed by his, I think, belief in Tier 4 actually being used for, like, the Panzer just ended up doing nothing most of the time, and the Panzer didn't even do much either. He just committed to more medium armor while he could have and pushed ahead on that. Additionally, focused too much in the center, not much trying to outmaneuver their Ashablois, which is something Ashablois was able to take advantage of. There's a good play by Ashablois, and Tiefflieger, again, while he did play nice again, kind of sort of from the mid to late game. But there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell friends, tell family, but don't tell enemies. This is Imperial Links and Cheers. Thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow again for another episode. Bye.